Paranormal Activity 2 has an unrated cut that's 7 minutes longer than the theatrical cut, as well as deleted scenes and lost footage. Today I want to dive into some of this stuff with you guys. I want to figure out if the uncut version or the deleted scenes are any good, and find out what I can about some of this lost footage. Let's get into it. So Paranormal Activity 2 was a sequel I went to see in theaters. This is maybe the first time my 19-year-old brain realized,
hey, whenever a horror movie is at all successful, they're gonna try to milk it.
Which is surprising because I had just watched them do it with Saw and they were still doing it with Saw. Still, this wasn't a bad movie. And every 5 years or so, I rewatch it after I watched the first one and think, that wasn't so bad. The unrated version is about 7 minutes longer. The theatrical cut runs about 91 minutes, and the unrated cut about 98 minutes. So let's dissect what's in those 7 minutes. The first change is about 2 minutes in. Daniel is filming around the house as if he's talking to Hunter. There's about 6 extra seconds where he finds the front door open.
Hey, somebody left the front door open. Don't do that.
In all of these alternate versions of movies, there's big changes and there's small changes. This is a small change, but it is kind of creepy, so I'll give it that. Around 10 minutes in, the unrated version has a new scene, reminiscent of the kitchen scene in Poltergeist. It's interesting that she's not yet super freaked out by this stuff.
I knew it. Aw, everything's fine. You're just super baby.
This does let their audience ease their way into the creeps. Then, around 20 minutes in, we get something pretty interesting inserted here. This is night 4, which is only in this unrated version. It's more exterior and interior night shots around the house. A general spooky vibe coursing through its veins. The next morning, the dog is barking. So I understand, for a lot of people, scenes like this, and hell, maybe movies like this, are just a huge nothing burger for them. I don't see it that way. I like long tracking shots with nothing happening. I'm a David Lynch fan. I'm seasoned in lurking shots that go on so long you get uncomfortable in your seat.
What is this with everybody?
No.
What is it? Really?
Only me. It's
Why?
my fault.
I'm serious. Fucking A, man. It drives me nuts. Who gives a fucking shit how long a scene is?
So this does it for me. It's one of the reasons I like these movies. Even when nothing is going on, the tension is building up to something that will eventually spill over. Around 36 minutes in, we get another scene exclusive to this version, Night 11. Once again, exterior shot, interior shot, then we're in the kitchen. It lingers before a fire starts on the stovetop and the smoke alarm goes off. Daniel ends up throwing the pan in the pool and finding and accusing Allie, who's in the hot tub with her boyfriend.
I thought we said goodnight, Crab.
Yeah, no, we did.
Get the fuck out of here right now.
I'm not even here.
Allie, did you leave the burner on? No?
I like this one okay, but I completely understand cutting it. If you already had enough of these scenarios going on in this movie, you might feel like you're just slowing it down at that point. But I do still find it intriguing. It reminds me of the egg scene in Ghostbusters. There's something inherently spooky about kitchens, isn't there? The knives, the burners, the oven. It's a dangerous place. And speaking of the kitchen, around 43 minutes in, the family's hanging out in the kitchen goofing around with Hunter. Shortly after this, Daniel argues with Allie about leaving the hot tub heater on after nearly burning his balls off in it. While I do appreciate what the scene is trying to do, I would also give it the axe. There's plenty more interesting stuff you could have added in its place.
Hunter?
Oh my god. Alright, did he climb out?
Hunter.
About 57 minutes in, Allie is talking to the camera about having extreme nightmares and giving some insight into them.
And there's one in particular where this guy is standing at the foot of my bed watching me sleep, and it's not like...
While this does give her character a little more development and more for the audiences to relate to, I feel like the theatrical cut already does a pretty good job of showing that she's a troubled youth. At least in white people suburbia standards, troubled youth. This unrated cut isn't known as being more extreme or anything, but sometimes when they end up doing unrated cuts of films, they end up like this, where nothing that couldn't be R-rated was included. It's just some more deleted scenes. It's really a director's cut, or just an alternate cut, depending on how the edit was. This doesn't mean it's bad. It just goes to show how the marketing for some of these DVDs was maybe a little misleading. After all, they wouldn't have made this extra cut of the film if not for the DVD market and the Blu-ray market. As someone who has made videos about a ton of different alternate cuts, director's cuts, TV cuts, and more, I can confidently say, more often than not, if the alternate cut was made from like 2002 to 2015, give or take, it was a gimmick to get you to buy the DVD more often than not. And it worked. Hell, I'm even guilty of it to an extent in my thumbnails. But I digress, let's take a look at these deleted scenes, or as they call them on the DVD, found footage. Really, this is more like a special feature, but it's cobbled together for this DVD release. It starts with more outside footage at night around the house, ending with Allie painting her nails when the power goes out. They all scramble to get to Hunter, before they find that he's missing.
Hunter?
Oh my god. Alright, did he climb out?
Hunter.
Hunter.
They start tearing apart his room looking for him in a panic. They run outside and she jumps in the pool thinking a teddy bear is him before they hear him crying and she runs out front to find him in the street. I can't help it, it's time to bring up Ghostbusters again. Ghostbusters 2 specifically. The demon in this movie is basically Vigo. This kid ends up lured outside somehow with paranormal influence and ends up in the street, which is terrifying. It ends with more daytime shots from multiple cameras around the house. I don't even have a baby, but I can tell that this is one of the most terrifying things you could have included in this movie. Maybe you should have left it in, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Let's get into some of this lost footage though, what's the deal here? Some of it is supposedly in the supercut edit of the first 3 Paranormal Activity movies called Paranormal Activity, the chronology. The odd thing is there isn't much history of this version online. IMDb has the most useful information on the subject, with some quotes about the release. Paranormal Activity 3 will be available on Blu-ray and DVD on January 24th, but you don't have to wait until then to see it at home. Paramount has announced Paranormal Activity, the chronology, a digital download that presents all 3 films in chronological order as a seamless marathon. This confirms that it was more than a fan edit, but less than a special feature. And it's never had its own physical media release. It was strictly a digital download at the time. If you're interested in seeing this version, it's a mere Google search away. Trust me, I know. So what does this version have that the others don't? According to online sources, at least one additional scene from Paranormal Activity 2 that wasn't in the theatrical cut, unrated cut, or found footage. The scene in question has Martina basically trying to perform a ritualistic exorcism of some sort.
Los arcángeles me acompañan.
And yeah, it's creepy, it's kooky.
They're all together, ookie.
But seriously, I like seeing all these different cultures react to white people getting possessed in movies. It's good stuff. When I do Paranormal Activity 3, if I uncover any more interesting stuff about this cut of the films, I will talk about it in a new video if I feel like it's necessary. But I'd love to know what you guys think about this stuff in the comments below. Click over here to see me break down the festival cut of the first Paranormal Activity movie, or down here if you want to check out more alternate cuts of movies. Like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out, and stay creepy, guys.